my top 6 to 10 rappers of all time. I've in podcast video before this, I made a video of my top five, and so I just wanted to continue on that. My top 6 to 10 rappers of all time, personally. And so first, this is again no order, but just putting my category of guys. So Dom Kennedy, from L.A. Um, you know, you know, independent. I love the independent route. Um, to me, the independents are where the best, quality of music is at. You know what I'm saying? Uh, these label artists, and no disrespect, I have none against label artists, but the quality of the music isn't necessarily as good as the independents. But Dom's a guy who, from uh, West Side with Love too, and just all his mixtapes, I've been a fan of his style, his flow. He just one of the freshest rappers, just with his style of dress. I love, you know, people are fresh, um, and Dom has always been that. To me, just his style, some of the stuff he says, his wordplay, like he's just one of the illest. You know what I'm saying? And there's really, what I'm saying, you obviously West Coast rappers, especially LA rap, they had their similarities, but Dom's style really um, stands out to me. I think he's kind of been kind of like the staple for guys like a Larry June, who's also one of my favorite rappers. And I know a lot of his sense of style. He gets a lot of his sense of style from, a guy like Dom Kennedy. Um, but yeah, Dom Kennedy. Then I gotta go um, Pusha T. Um, just one of the illest lyricists, rappers of all time. Just always coming with dope metaphors and you know great albums and great features and um, but people don't. He's had some great hooks too. So and Pusha can rap with the best of them. Just always been a fan of him since the Clips days, and now. So yeah, Pusha T, then J Cole. Um, just I've been a fan of J Cole since day one, man. From mixtape days, uh, was it the warm up to till today, man. Just listen to J. Cole, especially being a hooper. All hoopers, can relate to a lot of what, J. Cole's content. I remember 2011, 2010, 2011, just the mixtapes that he was dropping. And then his first album he dropped in 2011. It was just like, I felt like he was making literally music for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this was J. Cole was literally making music for young Bella. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I felt at that time in my life. And, to this day, you see his evolution as an artist. He's been great. He's still dope with his bars. Um, so, yeah, J. Cole. Then I gotta go Kanye, aka Ye. I gotta put Kanye in there. Um, you know, he's from what '04 or '02 when he kind of just he started putting out some features with Rockefeller. Then his debut was 2004 with College Dropout. Um, I will say Kanye's always been a guy who's had dope, I like to say statements. You know what I'm saying? He says dope statements in his raps, even if they don't rhyme, but he makes some dope statements. And then he has great bars from time to time. Um, I think Kanye's, his subject matter and stuff like that. Um, just as a personal fan, maybe people would disagree. I think his subject matter a lot more was better young when he was first coming out. Um, it was more thought provoking. I think that's the difference between I think Kanye of past times and now. I think his music was a lot more thought provoking and intellectual, and he's kind of deterred from that in recent years like that. You know what I'm saying? He's not as thought provoking. He still makes great records, and he has some great bars. Um, those braggadocious bars, which can be cool. I ain't gonna lie, I do be liking the braggadocious Kanye. You know what I'm saying? From time to time. You know what I'm saying? When he's talking his talk. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of that. But I think he does that a little too much. You know what I'm saying? Considering his status and where he's at now. But I'm still always gonna be a big fan of Kanye um, and what he does uh, as a rapper, because Kanye can rap. You know what I'm saying? People, he overcame the people was talking about he couldn't rap and all of that. You know, he's proven that. And then lastly, Currency, Spitta. Just always been a fan of Spitta. Just his work ethic, his ability to put a lot of music out and it be good and quality. It's like I'm such a fan of Currency and what he does, um, and just the different mixtapes, just all his mixtapes and collaborations with the different producers, his flow, the fly stuff he just be talking about. Always a fan of the boy Spitta, man. So yeah, that rounds out my top 6 to 10.